The Unite Cloud post that someone said about the local Sartell Police Department. New blog post. Read what your neighbor Hannah, hashtag not my neighbor, by the way. Read what your neighbor Hannah has gone through to try and share truth with leadership in Sartell regarding thin blue line decals on police vehicles. You know, I've had it with the white woman victimhood. Read what she's gone through. Oh, you mean she was a pain in their ass, bitch to them over and over, and now all of a sudden when they respond finally to her harassment, she's traumatized? Oh, suck my ass. Jesus. My name is Hannah Kozlowski, and I am a former student and current resident of Sartell, Minnesota. All right, you're unemployed. I graduated from Sartell High School in 2017 and then received my bachelor's degree from Concordia College, Moorhead in 2020.
Yeah, you know what your outrage needs? Credentials. God, I hate people. Like, oh, hi, my name's Hannah. This is my plea for attention. Listen to my horrible story. But first, remember that my blood type is O negative. I like long strolls on the beach. I dropped out of cosmetic school for 2 years, and then I went to Concordia College in Moorhead. Shut up. What does this have to do with anything?
I came back to live at home during quarantine last year and returned back home early February 2021. Being back at home brings its own challenges and celebrations, but it also provided me with an opportunity to reflect on my own community. What does Sartell mean to me? What does it mean to our community? It means that their kids don't have to go to St. Cloud schools. Stop looking too deeply into this.
Back up.
What?
You're going to come back and act like there was a culture shock between Moorhead and Sartell?
I was thinking the same thing.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I'm sorry for people at work, but seriously, are you fucking kidding me with this? I was at Moorhead, and when I came back to Sartell, the culture just shocked me out of it. Instead of seeing white people who were racist against Indians, I saw white people who were racist against Somalians, and I didn't know how to handle that. Shut up.
Just St. Cloud's a bigger town than Moorhead.
Moorhead is garbage. Like, Moorhead's literally like this weird cyst boil on Fargo's armpit. Like, here, think of how shitty Fargo is, and now realize that Moorhead is the shittier suburb of Fargo.
Fargo looks, this is what Moorhead is to Fargo. It's that thing it looks down in the shower and goes, what the fuck is that?
They do have, I'll say this about Moorhead, though. They do have, like, one of the best Irish pubs you'll ever go to. One of the best, like, Irish stews I've ever had, not in Ireland. And it's like, you're just, like, looking around, you're like, why is this here?
It's like Old Capitol in Sauk Rapids.
Yes, no,
you
exactly.
Eat the food and have the cocktails, and you're like,
what the hell is happening?
Why is there's no stadium down the road with a concert. That's just another,
or like, what's that, Partners in Sartell. First time I had their pizza, I was like, why is this here?
Yeah, the bowling alley?
Yeah. Like, it's an awesome bowling alley, right? And you just go in, it's super fun, but then you have their pizza that they, like, I talked to the owner, and they've, like, been engineering it, basically, him and his dad, for, like, you're like, how is it, or Raleigh, same thing with the pizza. You're like, what is happening here?
Oh, would you like a cold piece of Raleigh's house pizza before you leave today? We can even heat it up for you.
I will probably get on that in a bit. I gotta see how these white guilt pills treat me.
Oh, yeah, we did take some white guilt pills earlier today. Tums. The white guilt killer. All right. So
Tum. I'm not guilty.
So we've made it through. My dad's the judge. Yeah. We've made it through paragraph 1 of this Hannah Kozlowski.
I don't even think we've got through 1 yet.
We did. We did get through the questions she was asking about Sartell.
I don't think we got to what community do we want to be. I feel.
What type of community? Hey, the community in Sartell has spoken. They want to be an overpriced community to keep certain people out so their schools stay good. That's. I meant poors, not blacks.
But what, like, have you been to Moorhead?
Yes.
Moorhead and Sartell are almost like the same city.
Yeah. They're just kind of vaguely shitty.
Yeah.
When I moved back home, this was one of the main thoughts. You know what the funniest thing is when people in Sartell think they're living in, like, Edina.
You know what I feel about this?
What?
I feel like this is Peter Griffith's take on The Godfather. It insists upon itself.
She insists upon herself. By the way, I read the comments of that video, and people go like, I don't even know what that means. And I'm like, you don't know what that means? Dude, it insists upon itself as one of the greatest analysis of any movie ever. It insists upon it. It's like you hear someone say it and you go, oh my God, I've never been able to put that into words. It insists upon itself. When I moved back home, this was one of the main thoughts running through my mind. Part of that thought is solely selfish. Oh God, I hate white reflectivism.
Wait, part. When I moved back home, this was one of the thoughts I had running through my mind.
Part of that is solely selfish. What type of community do I want to be a part of? What kind of space and environment do I want to help cultivate?
It sounds like you don't really have a choice because you moved back with your parents, huh?
Yeah, I want to move in. I want people to take care of me.
I don't want to shit on Sartell, right? But here's the thing, right? If you moved out of Sartell, you're probably not coming back unless you have to.
Right.
And if you have to come back, you're probably going to your parents' house.
Here's
the thing. Moorhead, Sartell, same price. She didn't move back because it was cheaper to live here unless she's moving back with her parents. So now we're back to just a stupid chick who moved back from college in Moorhead, where she probably, let's be honest, she was probably that woke college person that was just insufferable.
Or she's someone who she swallowed everything they fed her in college and then became that person. Someone says they found Natalie's Facebook. She's now Natalia Judith. Oh my God. Oh my God. See, some people should be in the public eye. Some people can't handle it. She, from the very early on, could not handle it. Like, you can't go out there and shit on everybody and do all this stuff and make waves and cause chaos and then cry when people hate you. That's not the way this works.
That's funny because her Facebook address is still the same.
That's funny.
Click on it. I want to see it.
You want to see if it's really Natalia Judith? Oh, I'm blocked.
It's her.
I mean, does that make sense?
No, it's her.
What do you mean?
You're blocked. It's her.
Oh, yeah, it's clearly her if I'm blocked, yeah. So what sort of stuff is happening in my own backyard? Well, it turns out quite a bit has happened since I left Sartell a few years ago. One of the biggest changes I noticed was the new Sartell Safety Center on Pinecone. That's the main drag. It is the new building for the Sartell Police Department and Fire Department. It's a brand new building with space and services and access that Sartell definitely needed. I was excited to see the new building.
Stop.
Shut up.
No, you weren't. You did not see a new building and went, "Yay!" You were not excited for that. Oh, God, I hate this shit.
It was a space bought with taxpayer money to make our community a more centralized and safer place. Sounds great. However, when I drove by the new safety complex, I realized something else was different. The Sartell Police Department had adorned each of their cop cars with a shredded, thin blue line flag decal. The flag glared at me as I drove into town. I thought I was crazy. I thought to myself, there is no way we would choose to do this if we knew what kind of harm and damage this flag has. It's the cop flag, lady. It's the fireman's shield.
Wait, so time out.
Yeah.
Let me just wrap my head around this pituitary, crayon-eating smooth brain. You saw some cop cars with a decal that had, wait for it, the cop flag.
The cop flag.
So,
traumatized her, Corey. You're downplaying her grief. What's wrong with you?
There's her Facebook page. Let's see what she.
You want to see what she looks like? Yeah. All right. I don't want to do any like kind of doxing thing here. Oh my God. Yeah, I won't put this up. It links in the chat. I'm not gonna
go to a different picture. Yeah, don't do it. Like just click on.
She looks like she has a lot of problems. Oh, she's celebrating Pride. She has a septum piercing. That's. She looks like someone who's searching for something.
What's really funny, and I don't know a very kind way to say this, but she looks exactly how I thought she would. Go up just a little bit on her page. Stop. Single. That's all I wanted to see.
I didn't know what you were looking for. Okay. March 12th, 2020. So she's been at this for over a year. She says, was the first time I raised my concern with the Sartell Police Chief, Jim Hughes, the Deputy Police Chief, Wayne Schreiner, and the Mayor, Ryan Fitzthum.
Bet that went real well, by the way.
Listen to this part. We continued back and forth via email for a few weeks. By the way, they weren't going back and forth with you. You were sending them 18 paragraphs about how racist and awful it was. You were ranting and raving at them because nobody ever listens to you. And they were just responding with, look, we're going to do our best, whatever. And you can use words, but actions are what's needed at a time. Okay, you're an unhappy person. You've obviously got some things going on upstairs, and you're looking for something to fill that void. I understand that. We all have to fill a void. We all have an emptiness inside us that we need some ambition to fix. Don't dick with other people while you fill that void in yourself. Stop taking the emptiness in you, projecting it on the rest of the world, and acting like we're doing something wrong. Don't make us part of your misery. You fix it. Depend on you. Don't send harassing emails to the mayor and police chief because they have the police flag on their car.
Wait, time out though. I was just looking at this. I couldn't find it. Isn't the thin blue line flag like a valor thing anyways?
It's about, I always thought it was about fallen officers.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was about.
Yeah.
Mayor Fitzthum and Sartell Police Department are adamant to this day that the thin blue line flag stands solely for the sacrifice of police officers and as a tribute to fallen officers. See, this is what I hate about shit like this. Unite Cloud, HuffPo, the whole thing. They give you the answer. You emailed them for weeks. They gave you the answer, but if you don't like the answer, you just disregard it. They said it's about this. But I'm mentally ill and I need to cook it up as this, that, and the other thing. So I rejected that answer and then kept browbeating them. Okay, then you can't claim that they're traumatizing you. They gave you an answer, you didn't like it, and you didn't stop bugging them. Most adults, reasonable, rational people, they ask for an answer. They get an answer, and then they either accept
Hookshot nails a dumb F. No. Let me tell you what your flag stands for.
Exact, but that's the person like this. I mean, it's almost like they crank them out in a factory. They are just to the T. They follow. It's like all of them follow the same script written by my father, George Soros. Even when presented with research quotes,
I knew your dad was Jewish.
We have issues. Even when presented with research quotes and testimony that reflect the negative, racist, everybody is pro-policing to some level, and anti-black current cultural meaning behind the flag. Wow. Mayor Fitzthum continued to disagree. How dare he? Even though I found a bunch of...
Time out. Hold on. So you're telling me an elected official who's representing people who elected him who is disagreeing probably based on what his constituency believes?
What an asshole.
What a dick.
What a piece of shit that Ryan Fitzthum is. He continued to disagree. Okay, so you found quotes and things and passages from websites that you read, that you agree with, that make you feel comfortable. You gave them to him. He went, oh no, I think those are wrong. Here's what it really means. You didn't accept that. Now you have to be done. You guys have both spoken your piece. You've decided that you don't agree. Time to go your separate ways.
So wait, time out. Are you trying to tell me that the police are pro-policing?
What a bunch of dicks. Let's see if we can take this call before we...
Call from
Orange Boy.
All right. Orange Boy, what can we do for you? We're in the middle of this article. I hope it does have something to do with it.
Yeah, I graduated with this chick, and she's always been like this.
Oh, really? So this isn't a college thing?
No, it probably has been festered and fermented and gotten worse, but she's always been kind of self-imposing and feeling like she's king.
So now, like, do you see her letting this go and just kind of accepting their disagreement, or do you think that they've got months more of arguments on their hands and emails from her?
No, she will be on them for quite a while.
Oh, yay. Well, thank you for the insight, Orange Boy. We appreciate it.
All right, have a good one.
Yep, you too. There's Orange Boy. I like it when a call just chimes in. They're succinct. They nail it. It's going to make me take the next 10 shitty calls that come in. Just hoping. I'm going to be chasing that Orange Boy dragon for a long time now. So essentially, I explained that the flag has been adopted by the Blue Lives... I'm sorry. On March 24th, I met in person with Ryan and Wayne. So these people met with you.
Yeah.
And by the way, they didn't. She probably cornered them after some meeting.
Probably met with her. They probably even bought her lunch.
So they were way too nice to her. To discuss the flag and the history behind it. Essentially, I explained that the flag has been adopted by the Blue Lives Matter group and is used as a sign of pro-policing and pro-blue lives.
Wait, what?
What a bunch of dicks. The cops adopted that flag as pro-them. Oh, weird. You mean when crime is going rampant and going crazy because we're shitting on police?
And everybody hates the police, so they
rallied around
rallied
something?
together in
Weird.
solidarity? Weird.
I explained how it was a mockery of the Black Lives Matter movement and mission, actively alienated people of color. Let's have a fat white woman tell people of color what does and doesn't alienate them. This white savior shit has got to stop.
How many black people are in Sartell?
I mean, I can easily answer you that with a Google search. Sartell, Minnesota. City data. We'll get there in a heartbeat. Don't you worry, Corey. Ask and you shall receive. There we go. 89.6% white, 2.3% Hispanic, 1.8% 2+ races, 3.4% Asian, 2.3% black.
Hey, guys, you got to change your flag. You're alienating 2.3% of the population.
Which, by the way, of that 2.3%,
Half of them probably don't even care.
Half, I would say more than half don't give a shit, but half of them probably support it.
I was just saying don't care.
Yeah.
Like, just like, if we can say half don't care, like let's say half of them even support it. Now you're talking about 1.1% of the populace.
Okay,
Shut up.
to put it in actual people, 416 black people in Sartell. Half of them support it. Now we're down to 213. Another half don't give a shit. So what? Maybe 100 disgruntled people don't like that you have that flag on there. Join the club. That's part of living in a city. You're going to hate some shit the government does. I explained how it was a mockery, but yeah, I explained. The flag might have had a different origin, but now it stands as a symbol for racism, hatred, and anti-blackness. You can't just say that and then it's true. That's not how life works, young lady. You don't just say shit and then that's true. You have to prove it. And sending me 3 Slate blogs does not count as proof. Additionally, the thin blue line flag goes against U.S. flag code because it shows an altered design with the flag shredded. During our face-to-face meeting, we had a discussion about the different meanings, but Mayor Fitzthum decided again that it wasn't...
Again is in caps.
Yeah, that it wasn't an issue worth his time or energy. Wasn't an issue worth his time or energy. He's given you way more than he ever should have.
Sounds like he already spent his energy.
Holy shit, he's been emailing with you, you abrasive, he's met with you. He's talked it out with you. I'm sorry, but you're acting like a crazy person. You're getting answers. You don't like them. So you keep asking the same question over and over again. I'm sorry, lady. He doesn't agree with you. You're going to find that with people sometimes. They're going to think your ideas are stupid. They're going to challenge them. And if you're being challenged, you can't just repeat the same shit over and over and expect people to then be, goosed into going to your side. Both Wayne and Ryan agreed that there was a small group of individuals who were using the flag in a bad way. Like any movement. Pick any movement. They're gonna bastardize it. Occupy Wall Street, Blue Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. I got bad news. They all do bad shit in that thing's name. Like buy multi-million-dollar houses with the money people gave them to fight racism.
Multiple houses.
Is she the baby doc of Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
The founder?
Yeah.
The founder is the baby doc Duvalier. Both Wayne and Ryan agreed that there was a small group of individuals using bad way, but that they were watching it. They also didn't agree that it was an issue for the community. Holy shit, guys. This thing goes for another 2 very long paragraphs.
This is great. This is gold.
When I left the meeting, I immediately made a petition asking for the removal of the sticker decals. Well, yeah. I mean, if the city listens to you and listens to you and listens to you and finally says, I consider this issue closed, make a petition. Of course. We had over 500 signatures. I'm sure a lot of them were not from Sartell. I'm sure a lot of them were your friends on Facebook and activist groups from Arizona and Portland and New York and Nebraska.
How many people live in Sartell?
14,000, 15,000.
It's not really a big percentage, is it?
Yeah, 500 is what? Not 1/10. It's it's about 3%.
Yeah.
Of the population.
So you add that on top of the 1% of black people that care, which were probably included that. So you're still at 3% of the people.
Congrats. Emailed Mayor Fitzthum directly, but it didn't matter. Some community members in Sartell created a counter petition and actively threatened me and my family and I online. Okay, this is
so that's just like somebody making fun of you online.
Unite Cloud does this all the time. They bitch and they moan and they harass people and they annoy people and they call people out for bullshit and they try to ruin them. And the minute somebody goes, hey, go fuck yourself, you and your entire family, you piece of shit, they go, and they threaten my... You know what Unite Cloud is? Unite Cloud is that crazy girlfriend in a dysfunctional relationship who throws glasses, who punches, who scratches, and then the minute you shove her and she falls down, and he's abusive and I need a restraining order. That's exactly who they are. Some community members created a counter petition. In April, I responded with an article in the Sartell St. Stephen News Leader. I didn't even know they had a paper.
What is that?
I think that's
News Leader? That's ironic.
Explaining some aspects of the issue and the concept of privilege. Oh, good. The 22-year-old recent college graduate with...
Who's moving back to her parents' house.
Yeah, with a crew cut, decided to explain to us the way the world works. Oh, thank you. And you wonder why you get no respect. No respect. You kind of looks like Dangerfield, I guess. The article had a lot of positive traction, but still no word from the Sartell Police Department.
What does that mean? A lot of positive
She's
traction?
sucking her own dick. That's what it means. Because nobody else will. Nobody else will tell her how great and brave she is, except Unite Cloud, who's, by the way, lost numerous lawsuits now. You should probably find better friends. The article had a lot of positive traction, but still no word from the Sartell Police Department or mayor's office. I emailed them again.
What are you talking about? No word. They told you. They were watching it and it was closed. They told you that.
How many times do they have to tell you their position and restate it over and over? Just because you raise a concern to someone, what's her name? Hannah, just because you raise a concern to somebody doesn't mean they have to change their mind. They may still disagree with you, and you have to learn to live in that community with them. You want a community, Hannah? That's a community. A bunch of people not agreeing on shit and agreeing to agree to disagree and leave each other the hell alone and water their lawn. That's it. That's where you live. You don't like it? Back to Moorhead you go. I don't know what else to tell you. I emailed them again and sent an email to the entire city council. In late April, the city council decided, too, that they would do nothing. Generally, the consensus from all Sartell city administrators is nothing. Okay, wait, Hannah, let's try to do a little... I know this is futile, and I know you're going to see this. Let's do an exercise in self-awareness. Ready? Corey, let's see. Check me on this to see if I have it right.
All right, let's go.
Let's do an exercise in self-awareness.
Okay.
I raise a concern to you, okay?
Am I listening yet?
You discuss it with me ad nauseum.
Sounds like most shows I'm on with you.
Okay. You end up disagreeing.
Sounds like
Still
most
there.
shows I'm on with you.
Okay. I ask you to change what you're doing. You say there's no need. Okay. Then I go to Johnny. I go to April. I go to Oz. I go to everybody. And they all tell me the same thing. And I still don't think anything needs to change. That's insanity. Everyone knows that once I have an idea and it's the wrong idea, I wait until 5 people tell me it's a shitty idea, adopt it as my own, and pretend it was my idea. Ugh.
Sounds like you're a genius.
That's how self-awareness works.
Also, like 7 people have commented on this about the author, so I can't wait till we're done with it. Keep reading, though. I want to read the whole thing.
The consensus. Okay, if they don't care if the flag is polarizing. They don't care if it's against U.S. flag code or the Hatch Act. Yeah, I'm sure you care.
Hatch Act. Like, that's so stupid. Like,
that's how you know it's a recent college graduate.
Right. No, that's what they do.
Should be
like,
renamed the Hack Act. Am I right?
But it's not like, it's so funny because these are the same people that, like, defund the police is technically against the Constitution, but nobody talks about that. Like, I get sick of, like, fake intellectuals who only own up to what they want, you know?
They don't care to make any effort to make Sartell a more inclusive, accepting, and safe place. First of all, Sartell's probably the safest town in this area. Nothing happens. Kittens get caught in trees. They got some meth in the trailer park. Big effing deal. They are choosing to prioritize their own whiteness and their own understanding, says the white lady speaking for everyone else. At best, they're choosing to support systemic racism and pro-policing groups instead of choosing community, acceptance,
They're
and safety
police!
for all people.
They're police!
Don't
Wait
stand
for it.
so.
Wait for it.
Oh.
Wait for it. The police are pro-policing.
I mean, that does make them Nazis. I mean, if we're being accurate, I mean, that's
Just insane.
At best, they're choosing to support systemic racism and pro-policing groups instead of choosing community, acceptance, and safety for all people. Hannah, my dear, let's do a fun thing. Let's take a poll of all 15,000 people in Sartell. Let's see who's on your side and who's on the police side, and then whoever the community supports, that's who we should go with, right?
Right. She's just gonna act like that's not real either.
Which I'd like to add is the current mission statement of the Sartell Police Department.
Oh, good one. Nice.
She read.
Wow.
She got us there. She read. At the moment, I am exhausted. Then quit. Then just stop if you're exhausted. You look like you could use some cardio. Maybe get back in the gym. I have already emailed all the right people and gone through the right channels, and I've written an article for the community, contacted the Minnesota ACLU, and I bet you they ignored you too. When a lefty group like the ACLU won't pick up your shit, it means you got nothing, kid. You got nothing. So maybe sit in your den, your parents' den, I'm sorry. Sit there, meditate, play some ASMR, whatever you need to do. Reflect inward instead of outward and find out what the real problem is, because everyone else seems to think you're full of shit. Started a petition and listen to this. She says, and basically harassed the mayor's office with emails. As long as you've got the right idea, Hannah, then you can go ahead and harass people, and then has the nerve to bitch about people on the internet harassing her. The only other option at the moment is to speak in front of the city council.
Should we go there and boo her?
Please do. Please speak in front of the city council. But at the current moment, the only way to do this is to speak for 3 minutes during a meeting without a dialogue or a response. You mean the responses you've been getting? As a collective, I think there is more we can do. If anyone is interested and has the skills to pursue a legal response, I would love to speak further. If anyone would like to help...
Wait, time out. She would love to speak further. I am shocked.
I can't believe it. You're going to have to prove that to me. If anyone would like to help us schedule a protest event at the Sartell Community Safety Building, please shoot me a message. I think there is power in words and numbers, and I think we are all capable of making our communities a more accepting, loving, and celebratory place. I'm ready to keep fighting in Sartell.
Now about the author. Let's go.
Oh, God. Hannah Kozlowski, about the author. Hannah Kozlowski is a fat... Okay, it says that on the thing. She said that. Hannah Kozlowski is a fat, genderqueer, loud and proud community member from Sartell, Minnesota. You know, bitch takes up a lot less letters. I'm advising. That's not an insult. I'm advising. This is not bullying. I'm trying to... Word economy. Okay? Yeah. Word economy. Sure. Bitch works better. They graduated from... They. You know what, Hannah? I apologize to you. You want to be... I'm having my Howard Cosell Muhammad Ali moment. I apologize to you live on the air. You want to be called they, them. You have the right to be called whatever you want. I apologize. They graduated from Sartell High School in 2017. Dude, is everything they do just not a textbook cry for attention?
Yes.
And completed their bachelor's degree, magna cum laude, in communication studies and studio art from... Then get a job! Hannah is a member of Sartell's Envisioned Equality for All group. It's a Facebook page in Sartell, and currently works at Crew in St. Joseph, Minnesota. That's a restaurant. They enjoy writing, talking, and sharing with friends, social justice work, hard cider, and binge watching The Circle. You can find Hannah on Facebook and Instagram at Hannah Kozlowski.
I'll be right back.
I want to see the comments this thing has on it. 28 comments. They make me proud. Thank you, Hannah. Oh, they respected the pronouns there.
How do you spell her last name?
Kozlowski. K-O-S-L-O-S-K-I. Thank you, Hannah. I have had the same thought recently as I noticed the stickers and got upset about it, but I didn't do anything. Thank you for doing something, and I hope this spurs others, myself included, into action. Thank you, Hannah, for doing what is right. Oh, my God. They are all just... That's about right. Oh, then one person wrote, I support law enforcement. Grow up. One guy wrote, grow up and find something productive to do. Ugh.
Oh, here you go. Here you go.
If your dad tells you he loves you, will you stop? Like, that's my question. If your father...
a little late for that now.
Oh, okay. I thought I'd try. That's all. Thank you, Rocker Wally, for resubscribing.